The Grand Dame, season 6 has arrived.
Yes.
How are you feeling about your 6th ride on the Housewives carousel?
I've enjoyed the ride. I think coming off of season 5, that was a pretty rough reunion. But I think we have to understand and respect that decisions were made and move on. I mean, the pandemic put everything in perspective, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to ask how the pandemic affected kind of the dynamics of the group. Do you feel like it brought you closer together, or did it cause more problems?
We were actually on top of each other the entire time in the pandemic. So I thought it actually was a two-edged sword. It caused us to have conversations that we probably didn't want to have, but to grow from that because we had to have them. So it brought us closer together as a group completely. I know I feel that way.
You mentioned this very tense season 5 reunion. We ended with things between you and Candiace in not a great place.
Why would I assassinate you that way if I cared about you? Why would I
don't
do
believe
that?
that you do. Because I don't think that you do. You don't care. You don't care.
Did you stay in that place as the season started? Is that the place we had to work from?
Listen, Mia, the new girl, Candiace, Wendy, Ashley, all of us are in a much better place because of this. So you have to stay tuned for Candiace and my growth and how we work through that, because there's a love between Candiace and I. As far as Gizelle, well, you don't see much. You don't see much change. But I see a lot of growth, and my friendship with the ladies just blossomed this season, and I'm so happy about that. And I can't give you much, but I say stay tuned for Candiace and I.
Okay.
I know we have people rooting for us.
There are people rooting for you. That was, I put out a call for questions, and that was the number one question is, will these two get back to the place they once were? It sounds like maybe you might not be there yet, or maybe you're beyond that.
I would say that, maybe getting back to where we were wasn't strong enough.
I like that.
Okay,
Right.
So stay tuned.
And we've seen from the teasers, we know that conversation continues.
Right now, I don't trust you.
We know we're going to
It
get
does.
to see that.
Very difficult conversation that needed to be had. And that was the point where growth starts. You'll see that.
Obviously, that was all tied up in the Monique of it all. Monique chose to remove herself from this group. Where do things between you and Monique stand now, and how do you feel about her not being a part of this group anymore?
Again, Bryce, decisions were made that need to be understood and respected and move on. My relationship with Monique, I'm not a fair weather friend. I am a constant person. I'm able to have a friendship with her, but put that in perspective and separate it from the RHOP. And I respect my friend enough to do that.
You mentioned we've got a new girl on the block, Miss Mia, who I understand comes to this group by way of you.
Yes, she does.
Jiminy Cricket.
I'm telling you, Mia is a breath of fresh air. I said it before. We actually met through a business associate, and I just knew that everyone would like her. She is a hoot, and she's likable and a breath, again, of fresh air.
Did you get to know her better through this experience of her becoming part of this group? Did your friendship grow from this experience?
Mia and I had a friendship. Thank you for asking that prior to the show. I can tell you the show certainly gives you that opportunity to learn more about your friends. And I learned so much more about Mia. And I can say this, maybe none of it turned me off. It made me smile. Okay. But we're real with our friendship. So, we don't always agree on everything. But she and I, when we're in the moment, you'll see that we talk about things in the moment. We don't let it get by. We don't bury it and pick it up 5 weeks later. No, we handle it then. So I enjoy my relationship and my friendship with Mia.
How did you feel about the salad toss? That is quite the moment in the trailer.
But that tossing of the salad was everything for me. I was like, if you saw me in the teaser, I was like, oh, what just happened? But those are the things that make me like Mia more, because she's unexpected joy, and she's on point, and I like that. She always surprises me.
What can you tell me about what leads us to that moment? It's something between her and Candiace. That's all we know.
There's a lot of listening that needs to be done during that tossing of the salad that may not have happened at the tossing of the salads. Woo! Yeah, I was there for the whole thing. I was like, Father God, help me.
Giselle recently gave an interview where she said she had a rocky start with Mia and blamed you for that.
But now you know why she had like a little bit of a rocky start with me, because Karen's in her ear.
Right.
Like, that one right there, you don't need to be friends with her. So, but we got that situated.
She speaks louder than words for herself. And there's not much change. Just stay tuned.
Because in that same interview where she said she had a rocky start with Mia, she did say that the two of you were in a good place after filming season 6.
How are you and Karen now?
Karen, today we are good.
Today.
Listen, I'm all for people making authentic efforts to better themselves and to be a good friend. I'm all for that. And I'm just very wise. So that has to be proven to me. But I'm hopeful that it's real this time and that we can get on to a better place. So I'm always open, but honey, I got a third eye on Giz.
Cautiously optimistic at an arm's length.
We are right for now is what she actually said. I'm on pause and on ready, honey, at all times for all right for now, not to be genuine. Am I wasting my time with that? No. I had a ball with all of the other ladies. We grew fantastically close. I love each and every one of them. And I am in a place of acceptance of Gizelle wherever she is.
You said there's some growth this season. Does that growth include growth in the wardrobe department? How are her fashions this year?
I think her fashions speak for themselves. Just stay tuned and watch it. I mean, I want to give her a fair shake, but just look at it. You determine, okay? I don't need to drag her wardrobe because it speaks for itself.
We see in the trailer, you tell her,
honey, you got dragged. Then you let him back in and he dragged you again.
Mm-hmm.
What was your reaction to the man in the phone essentially proving he was just a man in the phone?
I felt sorry for her. I felt like she got dragged again.
Jamal lives in your phone. I know that. He calls you all the time. He lives in my life.
That's unfortunate. But again, my focus was not on her disproving the lie that she put out last year about this fake relationship. It was about moving on with my group of friends so that we could survive. After all, we had been through a very difficult year. It could not have been about her this year. So I handle her when necessary, but I certainly don't waste time on her. There's so much more beautiful pockets in each and every one of my friends on this show. And I'm so excited for everyone to meet them.
We're not quite done with Gizelle yet because we know she steps in the mess. She doesn't mind stepping in the mess.
Yeah.
We see in the trailer, she brings up these Eddie rumors.
So when are we going to talk about the Eddie rumors?
What Eddie rumors?
What do we need to know about these so-called rumors going into the season?
I personally don't get into spreading rumors. I'm friends with Wendy. I support she and her husband, Eddie. Wendy and I, by the way, have grown, I'll tease you with that, tremendously this season. So the respect that I have for their marriage and family would be one that says, if Wendy came to me and said I had a problem, I had a problem. I'm not one that reads blogs and makes it TV. I got enough TV right here.
I was going to ask you because season 5, I remember doing an interview much like this, and you were meh on Wendy. You were unimpressed. So it seems that she has impressed you at this point.
You know what? I will say that Wendy and I impressed each other because what we did as grown women is we took out the negative person who didn't want us to get closer, and we dared to take a look at one another, and we grew from that respect.
And I would imagine that was a green-eyed bandit in between.
It is what it is.
We hear Wendy seemingly tell Gizelle in that trailer,
I will light your ass up.
Yeah, Miss Wendy, and your question is what? That explains it.
Does she make good on that promise?
You have to stay tuned. I think she does good at representing a woman, a Black woman in particular, that loves her husband. And how dare you keep coming for our husbands when you don't have one for us to return serve to? I'm just saying, don't touch anything that you don't bring to the table. How about that?
There it is. Who would you say has the toughest season in season 6?
Ooh, my heart goes out to Wendy. And it actually caused me to pour into Wendy what I was raised to do when you see a sister going through. So yeah, that brought me closer to her with the compassion that I felt for her in those moments. It's not just one, it's so many moments.
Okay. Who has the best season?
I think collectively, we all do. Not just one of us makes RHOP. We all collectively do that. So we all are bringing great story, great personal life, and great drama. And I'm so proud of each and every one of my friends on this show. And, it also takes the drama from people like Giz to do what she does without any conscience. Well, we got hope for Giz, we got hope.
How does she feel about you referring to her as Giz?
I've never asked her. I didn't ask for permission.
I'll make a note to ask her next time I talk to her. Last season was a tough one for you and Ray.
Yeah.
How is the institution doing today, 2021?
Ray is a handful this season. I don't know what he thought he was going to get when he asked me to marry him again. I mean, so you'll see that unravel step by step by step. And he's very involved. We are buried together, but not without discussion, honey. We worked on this relationship and the pandemic brought us closer. But that wedding, getting there. You'll see. Just buckle up.
Before we get to that, seeing how he treated you on camera last year, did he apologize?
Ray did apologize. And that meant the world to me. So I was very grateful for that. But along with that apology, I accepted some responsibility in this relationship, which made it better for us because our communication continues, our friendship continues, our foundation is there, and our institution is, here. It's still here. So I'm very, very grateful that while it was painful to share with the viewers, it drew us closer together as family, including our children. So I got a gift through that struggle.
We know the season is leading to this wedding you're teasing, this vow renewal. Karen, those historically do not have the best track record in the universe of Housewives.
Andy Cohen told me that in season 5, and I stopped him mid-sentence, and I want to stop you now. I have done everything I can to not make it the wedding that I had 25 years ago. So stay tuned. I do different things. I'll give you a teaser. You know how the woman comes down the aisle?
Mm-hmm.
I put a cherry on that, and you'll see what I do. I climb something.
Okay.
Hello.
So no regrets about doing a vow renewal?
No. Listen, let me say this, Bryce. I've heard all the taboo, but if it fails, it's going to fail anyway. It's not going to be because of some wedding or me skipping the second time going down the aisle. No, it just doesn't work. So I don't believe in the taboo.
All right, a couple last questions. There are some other moments in this trailer that I need some teases on.
Oh, Lord.
Why do you say...
I should be able to show my pubic hair.
Ooh, Lord. I'll say this. Here's my teaser. On that particular event that we were at, this thing we were doing as a group, sex was hot on the topic, body image, the this, the that. So I'm a very confident woman, and I just got tired of listening to some of the things that I did not agree with. And so I just simply stated that I should be able to show the hairs if I needed to. And you should support me because you're my girl.
Okay. Who or what is Sing Sing?
Everyone knows. That's why we went to Sing Sing.
Sing Sing.
I gotta say, in the moment, I was Sing Sing flew out my mouth. I gotta be, and I own it. I have a great comedic timing, and when I find myself being drawn into someone else's darkness, I have to put a sense of comedic spin on it because I don't want to be in the darkness. I want to be in the light. So Sing Sing is my gift to you.
Okay, that's the most twisty turny tease I've ever heard.
Did you get
I'll
it?
take it.
Okay, take it.
I don't know. Sing Sing's a prison. That's all I know. So.
Oh no, it wasn't meant for that. It's
okay.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh no,
Okay.
no, she's not been to Sing Sing. No, I won't. No, you can't put that on Jizzy. No, that's just me trying to turn, the tables from darkness
You're
to
like,
light and
this,
laughter.
This tunnel has no light at the end. Let's pivot to over here. That's
it. Exactly. That's
Okay.
where I'm at.
Why were you in a Wonder Woman costume, not on Halloween?
Important, because I think it's important to show that you can be Wonder Woman anytime needed. And this was needed. So yeah, my timing is there's always an answer or a reason to what I do.